Niece, my time out of the Girl Interrupted Hospital was not all me overcoming everything and fighting to get better. Most days I spent hours in bed. I often woke up and both mom and dad were gone, and I had the entire apartment to myself most of the day. I couldn't read because I couldn't focus long enough to get through a paragraph, and even TV seemed difficult to understand at times. So often I lay in bed, fading in and out of sleep, occasionally getting up to cry, as I looked out the window feeling as if maybe the hospital was better than Harlem. I'd worked so hard to get into Harvard and get out of Harlem, but in the end I was back, in the same apartment, in the same room, looking out the same window, trying to figure out how I was going to get out of the exact same situation all over again. I almost began to look forward to my doctor's visits in the Bronx because it was somewhere to go. But the day before those appointments were always my worst days. And as it would happen, the day before one of my appointments, I was laying in bed in the middle of the day when Mom came home unexpectedly. The sound of the door closing barely jolted me out of my sleep, so I didn't realize Mom was standing over me until she yelled directly in my face, "Get up!" I sat up in the bed, but I didn't actually stand up. I wanted to see her to get an idea of why she sounded so angry. "What are you doing?" She didn't pause long enough for me to answer. "You think it's a good idea to just lie around and do nothing? You think it's okay to feel sorry for yourself? Well, how long are you going to do that?" Again, she didn't pause long enough for me to answer. "You can't give up. You have your whole life ahead of you. No one said things were going to be easy, but you've worked too hard to give up now. Don't let this illness defeat you. You are a fighter, and you have to fight for your life." Then she walked out of my room and began making my favorite meal, steak and mashed potatoes. As the smell of the steak filled the apartment, I thought of how much I didn't want to let my mom down. If she believed I could get back to my old self, then maybe I actually could. She remembered who I was before the illness clearly. I was the one struggling to remember who I used to be and thinking of all the things that had changed within me since my break. She was right. I had to fight for my life. I wasn't quite sure what that entailed, and I didn't figure it out right away. For many weeks after her pep talk, I still lay in bed in the middle of the day, hoping that she would not suddenly pop in like she did that day. I didn't want to disappoint her, but I'm not always up to living up to other people's expectations of me. I never do things at the time or the way that other people think I should, but I get there eventually. I just have to go through all my phases. That's the way I think of it. I don't think I go through the extremes of highs and lows anymore, but I still go through my phases. Some of my phases are very productive and cautious, and I even impress myself with all the things I get done and how responsible I am. And then I have those phases when I'm a bit reckless and antisocial. I don't really want to talk to anyone, and even the slightest thing can make me very upset. Most people don't understand my phases, but I think a lot of the people I know very well have caught me in one phase or the other at various times. But no matter what phase I'm in, I often think of my mom's 2 words that made me sit up out of bed. "Get up!" It reminds me to dust myself off and get ready to move on. And when I'm ready, I do. Until next time, this is your Aunt Sia saying, stay strong, stay healthy, and know that you are loved.
We can learn together, we can grow forever.
Hey, it's a best kept secret.
We can learn together, we can grow forever. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do. I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar female. Many questions you could ask, what I don't know I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me, the road is full of wows. We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever. Black bipolar female.